Yes, Aperture!
Be careful though. Anyway, 11 females, second rack of these young ladies as they approach the third. Always pulls every stop that you can possibly pull out of the bag. A hoodie off because it's gone wrong, I can't believe it, but it is. So it is the first race on today at Knowsley, round number 1, 2020. To everybody looking at the fitness regime who's telling me earlier on, we've got a ride in this one. Motos, like we only just started yesterday. Sitting in the 3 spot, down to the end of the third straight, looking at the bird, the first charge of straight number 1 coming. That's Seth Robinson, I can see out in 1, and there's a big battle going on for that 2 spot. From Scotland, Cumbernauld to be precise, most people all going to push each other all the way round. That look makes you up, go for that Scott. To hold on for 2. Well, you are about to find out. I think Nigel Smith trying to make a move on him, going down the outside. Drelly slams it off. Now he's got to get through that traffic somehow, somewhere. Look at to the right. Look at him go. Toby Brook. Ever in BMX to do that, believe me. Final number 1 then. The finals begin and they are underway. First up, 6 and under novices, here we go. And these will be what they will be considered to be the EC finals. That's turn number 1 as they work their way around there. Now the legs will be a little bit tired, that's the theory anyway behind it, because this is where they've been racing all day long and really pushing it all through. Harrison Slater looks like he's just arrived because he has still got his head down and he's looking for the win in this particular first final of the afternoon. Final number 1. Harrison Slater then is going to be the one. Louis Austin there I can see riding for Bruntwood is tucking it for the 2 spot. Luke Barron here, not happy by the look of it. Luke Barron, Paul giving him a bit of a hand. Not sure what happened there, but anyway. So looking at the front of the queue, final number 1. He heads on down to the line and takes this one today. Brilliant riding from Harrison Slater down there. So final number 3 departs the start hill for the last time, and we have another rack of the 7 to 8 year olds, of course. Thanks incidentally to the trainee commissaires. That's another hard job to do, and that's a job I definitely would never want to do, so I'm glad I can do what I do and nothing else. Not sure that's good either really, but anyway. Okay, let me have a look. Final number 3, out in 1, we have got that young man there. And then everybody else just goes by me so quickly. Looking at this, 179, and I'm looking at the numbers. That's final number 4. Edward Watson, Travis Shearing, I think, out in 1 by the look of it. Missing 1 through there. There is the turn as the sun just breaks through the clouds over there. And you can feel the breeze getting up, obviously, because Liverpool in that direction, coastal line. So 9s and 10s to the line, and all the way down to it as well. So let's take a look in the sunshine on straight number 1. Always makes the racing much more pleasurable from a racer point of view, and obviously from a spectator point of view as well. If we lived in a climate where the sun was out, we'd never want to go abroad to places like Spain or wherever, but we don't, we all know that. Anyway, Let's have a look. We're at the end of straight number 2 almost, and the 814 plate straight the way through there. That's Max Doyle. Doyle up into 1, Alice Barron. Alice has made the move coming out of turn number 2. Now look how close they are. They are wheel to wheel, they are bar to bar. They are all the superlatives that you can think of and I can't. Right the way down into the third berm, pardon me. The lady in the mix, Alice Barron, making the move coming away from the third and final berm. Final number 3, looking good for the 7s to 8s. All the way today, that lady there. Brilliant, awesome race. So the number 37 in final number 6 is Lewis Hughes. Lewis Hughes just having the edge at the moment, but Patrick Barr is pretty much all over him down there. Patrick Barr's got the bit between his teeth. He's looking to make a move on him. Here it comes out of the third and berm. Yes, he's done it, Patrick Barr. Pendle Panthers waited for the moment and finally took it, and it paid off well and truly. He takes final number 6, Patrick Barr today. So on to number 7, final number 7 that is. All the way down there, Jack LeBras in the mix. So it's Little, Caulfield, McCrum, Cottrell, Russell, Sim, all big names. Final 8, will it be Chapman from start to finish? There it is, all the way to the line. Super Cruiser, 17 to 39, all on the massive charge down straight number 1. Alex Brooks does what he does extremely well. Traps out of the gate, makes it count. Here he comes down straight number 2. He is the race leader on the number 1 plate. The one and only Mr. Alex Brooks. Rab Racing, of course. Up into 2 goes Matt McHugh. Everybody else stacking up behind in the shape of Luke Davis-Hayes from Midlax, tucking back in 3. But in the third and final berm, Alex Brooks with time to spare on the first straight to the line. This is final number 10, and the win going to Alex Brooks. Final number Darren Reedy, side by side down there. Fraser Watson tucking up on the inside. World ranking number 3 for that man there. Reedy's right up on his wheel track though. So this is going to be an interesting one. I can see Bentley moving through, coming from 4 to 3. But out in 1 in the berm, it's Fraser Watson, then Darren Reedy, then John Bentley, then Richard Stevenson. 1, 2, 3, 4. Class acts indeed, all the way to the last turn. This is final number 14, Super Cruiser, 2 with the females in the 40s as well. The win though, no problem, Mr. Fraser Watson. 6 and under B final, it's the final number. So expert classes now, we've had most of the young novices, well, in fact we've had all of them now into the expert class of racing. It's the final number 31. Next up, comes another challenge down the second straight, looking to see who it's going to be. Oliver Bridle is brilliantly today, so good, this young man. All the way down to the second turn he comes, he's out in 1 again. Right up with him goes Seth Goosery, the rider moving into 3. Benji Ross Foster, round the berm in 4. That's John Henry Weston, riding for Bruntwood, of course. And that wind is getting stronger, and it's whipping right across, and it's now becoming a crosswind on straight number 3. Makes it really difficult indeed, especially for the young ones. Final 32 goes down the hill. 7-year-old female class. That one could be anybody's guess. If it was me, it could be Abigail Henning. She has won, I think, all of the motos. Number 32 then, as they cross the line over there in final 31. We are looking at Abigail Henning. No surprise, Hattie McGoldrick sits in 2, Verity K is 3, and 4, Sophia Reese for the Dragons. They are the first 4 young ladies heading on down to the last turn. Next up, 7-year-old boys going into final number 33. Down to the end of the first straight, looking to make a move. Somebody has got to make that line different. Coming away from turn number 1. looking through there. Could be anybody. Carter BMX Dynasty said it before. Look at this all the way down. Right the way to turn number 2. Jack Taylor for Preston Pirates leads them down the 3rd straight. Jack Taylor looking very much indeed to make this one his own. He may not have it all his own way. Arlo Payne's right up there with him. It's Taylor and Payne then. Turn 3. Who's it going to be coming out of there? Onto straight number 4. Going to be Taylor, hanging on in there. Arlo Payne is on the run as well. Look at these two, side by side, all the way. Race up, Alexander Gilbert going by me. Robinson is with him. Gilbert virtually untouchable though. Once he's out in front, virtually an impossibility to actually reel back in Alexander Gilbert. Final 35 is now going down the hill. They are the 9-year-old ladies final, working their way to turn number 1. So Eliza Powell sitting there in 2 at the moment with work to do. This is going to be a real big tight run. At the end of the 2nd straight they go. But you have got Maja, is it Maja or Maja? There they are, there's those 2 ladies again. They have battled it out all day long, and in the final, why should it change? The answer is it shouldn't. Look at them go, both of them. Really not backing off. Neither of them want to back off, of course. Final number 35, to the finish line they come. So next up in the thick of it, straight 1 into final 36. We are now looking at the 9-year-old Westwood, one of the main riders pushing all the way today. This could be anybody's ride, anybody's guess on the 2nd straight. To turn number 2 they go. The race leader, Leo Ingham, just about there. Jacob Dent is with him. Oh! Tobias Groves has gone down, and he has locked the back wheel up with another rider as well. That has left the door still wide open. Jacob Dent could be doing it. It's anybody's ride for those 3 to the line. And the 37 is on the go. So here we go again. Don't take your eyes off it. Every single one of these finals is really hotly contested and is worth watching no matter which age group it is. Turn number 1 then. 10-year-old boys, the final for them. Here they come at a rapid rate of knots. People nearly getting it wrong. Wheels going all over the place. But out in 1, this is going to be the run through there. Look at that. I can see Ronnie Mather back there in the traffic. That's unusual. He is back in 3 at the moment. So you've got Mara Watson, Ted Harvey in the mix, Ezra Nuttall, Xander Cartledge, Oscar Hall, Elliot Lurie, Ronnie Mather, all of them, anyone can take a win in a final. No problem whatsoever. So next up, down that hill, take a look at final number 38. It is the turn of the 11-year-old young ladies down there. Turn number 1. Out the other side of there they come. Now they get their head down. The power goes down that little bit more. They run down the 2nd straight, heading towards turn number 2. We are now looking at Grace Gerard. Gerard out in 1. The lady behind her is Freddie McSwitty. That's where it's all coming together. Holly Hume in the mix for Cumbernauld, I think, back in about 3 or 4 maybe. But right now, Grace Gerard, the lady from Mid-Lancs, hanging on in there, wants to take the win. Final number 38, Grace Gerard, all the way from Mid-Lancs is the lady to beat. Final number 39, we have the same age group this time. It is the boys, of course, all the way. We have got the number 3, Leo Rowlands, in the berm. Up with him goes Isaac Smith. World number 8, Benny Jackson, right there in the mix, sitting in 3. That's going to be the battle, really, coming away from the last turn. Final number 39, 1 straight left to go. 11-year-old boys all the way down to that finish line. Is it going to be Leo Rowlands? Look how close they are! It is the 12-year-olds this time where that gate drops, the lights change, right the way in sync with the gate. Final number 40, the battle commences. Turn number 1 down the bottom of the track. Here they come, dropping onto straight 2 and 4, all the way down to the second turn then. The edge comes through here, all the way out in 1. James Bibby is the young man. Into 2 goes Thomas Palmer, the rider moving through the traffic to get it through maybe. That is Mr. Marcus Mullen. Take a look, nobody's beaten Palmer today. Will it be any different at a final? I don't think so. Thomas Palmer heads on home. Final number 30, he gets that one. 41 into the turn, 1 of 3. Here we go again. Todd Smith-Notman, there has been the rider to beat. Usually is anyway on that number 6 plate. Storms his way into turn number 2. Up into 2 goes James Cottrell. Cutty Jr.'s there. There's a battle going on side by side for 3 and 4 as well. Nobody backing off the power down there. Everybody means business. Chomping at the bit away from turn number 3. But the Northeast BMX Club is going to take the win in the shape of Todd Smith-Notman. Final number 42, the next battle, all the way to the end of straight number 1. You are now looking at the ladies, the 14 female class, rounding turn number 1 for the last time today. They come down the second straight, jostling all the way through there, mid-pack, trying to find a different way through. But it's Naya O'Connor in the mix. But right now, Martha Cotton is doing what she did in the Motos. She is way out in front, looking to take the win for final number 42. On the number 5 plate, last turn it is Martha Cotton, the lady out in front. She goes down the first straight, she looks for the win, she looks for the finish line, she looks good, and slowly it's in the bag for Martha. 14 open class, charging all the way with every ounce of speed they can carry, right the way to turn number 1. Open 14s then. It's going to be Parr looking to make this one and put the mark on it. Here to the turn. Turn number 2. Parr goes out in 1. Up into 2. The move comes from Mason Groves. Groves is there all the way through. That looks like Nate Hamilton working her way through the pack and through the traffic. But Parr riding for the Dragons out of turn number 3. Looking to make this one right the way down to the line. Parr takes it, makes it look so simple. At the end of the first straight, Lucas Seeley gets the charge, but here comes trouble. Caden Doan on the attack, all the way. Look at him, bar to bar. Can you believe it? Caden Doan makes the move on Lucas Seeley, and what a move it has to be said. Brilliant racing from these 2 guys. 15 open. That is Caden Doan at his very best. Open 16, final numbing up for the next 40 seconds or thereabouts as they round turn number 1. All and everything to ride and race for. Berm number 2, in there they go. We are looking at so much speed being carried. Josh Williams trying to make a challenge to go from 2 to 1 down the outside in turn number 3. Josh Williams, Smith is there. Who's it going to be? Side by side, the charge is not over. Right the way to the finish line. Brilliant BMX. It goes down into final number 46, open class, 19 to 29, and superb names yet again in this one. Brown on his home track, can he use the advantage? We are about to find out. Take a look at the rider out in 1 from Blackpool, Mr. Luke Richardson. Richardson, the rider to beat, it's a Blackpool, 1, 2, 3. They are 3 in a row. Going into turn number 3. Blackpool are doing it with style. There's a 1, a 2 and a 3 place all the way down. Blackpool all the way to the finish. finish. So it is the turn of the 50 plus Grand Verts final, hitting turn number 1 for the last time today. The man in black, Hayden Tora, leading them out, leading them down the second straight. Nigel Smith in the mix, but back in 3, pardon me. The rider in 2. No, Hayden's gone back because Chris Granger has made it all his very, very own. Granger's there, Tora's there, Smith is there. It could be any of them to the finish line. Berm number 3, straight number 4. Granger wants it badly. Chris Granger right the way to nail 47 final. So it is the female payback class all the way. From that gate they go, straight away on the attack and on the charge into turn number 1. It's going to be a real tight run away from the berm. And then onto straight number 2 they go. All the way, nobody wants to back off. Nobody wants to be at the back of the queue. Lexi Wade in the berm. Lexi Wade, race leader ahead of Caitlin Ellis. There, into 3 goes Megan. So we've got Lexi, Caitlin, Megan. 1, 2, 3. The ladies in the female payback. Turn 3, last turn on the track. No change onto straight number 4. Lexi, Caitlin, and Megan getting a 1, 2, 3. It has got to be possibly the fastest race of the day. It's all over in the blink of an eye. Open payback final into turn number 1. Out the other side they go. The speed is fast. It's furious all the way down here. Look at it, side by side, all the way. Gerard is there, but so is everybody. Cope's in the mix. Look at that run down there to the end of the 3rd straight. Turn number 3. The speed is awesome. All the way, the charge, right the way, through that line they go, and what a race. It was so close on the finish line. A big thank you to Michael and all the people from Knowsley, all the hard work they've put in today, since the early hours of this morning and indeed this week as well. Thank you to the commissaires, thank you to Yvonne for the hard work with the computer, and obviously, we stayed dry.